Today, I'm going to be giving you the new top 5 best class setups to be using right now in Black Ops 6. We have a brand new attachment for the C9. I feel like I fully mastered the brand new weapons in the game, the Kilo, AMAX, and the HDR. And these are the setups I've been using personally to drop high kill gameplays and several nukes. If these help you out in any sort of way, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, click that thumbs up button and turn notifications on so you don't miss out on my future Black Ops 6 videos. So that being said, let's get into the first loadout. We're going to be starting off with the C9. As I just mentioned, there's a brand new attachment in the game. It's a magazine for the C9, the C9 10mm round auto 30 round mag. I think I've posted this on this channel already, on my second channel. These are awesome. I personally love them. So we get an increase in damage range, bullet velocity, something you get out of a barrel, and we get overall increase in damage. The C9's already like god tier. It might be the best SMG. I think a lot of you think that. And this just makes it stronger and kill even faster. So a lot of other SMGs, they got to do something to keep up with this. And then we lose out on, which is more important, recoil gun kick, vertical recoil control, and fire rate. Keep that in mind because we're actually going to be fixing these cons. So throw that on. My next attachment is directly paired with that magazine. So you can only use this if you have the magazine on. That is the 10mm round over pressured rounds that increase bullet velocity. You're definitely gonna need these. The bullet velocity feels a little awkward without it. So I highly recommend throwing those on. I then went ahead and I increased my damage range and bullet velocity even more, even though the magazine gave me some. So it's gonna make it an absolute beast. In longer range engagements, no other SMG can compare. Reinforced barrel, throw that on. We did lose vertical recoil control, so throw on the compensator. You literally get it all back and some more. And then my final attachment I like to run is the ergonomic grip. I didn't really have any handling or mobility, and I get everything I personally need. Slide to fire speed, so weapons up quicker after sliding, something I do all the time. And we get aim down sight speed to be more quick and snappy with our shots. So this is my 5 attachment build for the brand new C9 attachment. We could bring this into the firing range real quick. I love this thing a lot, by the way. Like, I've been running this nonstop. Even after recording the video with this, I just continue to run this. Great range, the thing still doesn't move. I'm taking out 4 people with a 30 round mag. What are we talking about? Next, we have the Kilo 141. They added the brand new KS Nuketown game mode, and I ended up breaking my kill record of like 283 kills using this exact build I'm about to give you. So this is Gunfighter, so this is gonna be an 8 attachment setup, but I'll give you the 5 attachment as well. So for starters, I like an optic on it. I don't mind the iron sights, but I have Gunfighter on. I'd rather have an optic than a laser on, and I could just see significantly better. Next, I like to throw on the monolithic suppressor. Not only am I just off the radar, but I also get an increase in bullet velocity and damage range, which is just gonna make this stronger and kill a little bit faster in longer range gunfights. And then screw it, let's add more on top of it. The reinforced barrel, more damage range, more bullet velocity. My underbarrel, I went with vertical foregrip. I get a huge boost to my horizontal recoil control and then recoil stabilization. And screw it, why not? Recoil springs as well. More horizontal recoil control and recoil stabilization on top of the vertical recoil control as well. The thing just doesn't move whatsoever. My favorite weapons to use in COD are just the ones that don't move. Whether they're the strongest or not, thankfully the Kilo is both accurate and strong. That's what makes it so much fun to use. And as I mentioned, I was using this in Chaos Nuketown, which is 10v10 Nuketown. It gets hectic, it gets messy. So I like to run the 100 round drum mag. You could just spray into their spawn. You never have to reload, which is a lot of fun. You can obviously change the magazines depending on your situation. If you want to maintain speed, just do the 50. This is more than enough. You really don't need to go OD with the 100. If you want just a little bit more, go ahead and do the 60. But again, I like the 100 a lot. For my rear grip, I went with the quick draw grip here. As you take a look at the monolithic suppressor, you lose a lot of aim down sight speed. You got this big old magazine on, you're losing more. We need to get it back. So quick draw grip is going to be your go-to there. I have balanced stock as my next attachment. Strafing movement, overall movement, aim walking movement. I need some sort of mobility. I'm bringing this thing down quite a bit. And thankfully, the rear grip and the stock make such a huge difference in terms of mobility. And those are the attachments I like to run on my Kilo. If you want only 5 attachments, man, this is going to be hard. But I would probably take off the optic, and I'd probably just take off the underbarrel and maybe the stock. I'd probably run this as my 5 attachment build. So if you want to run this, I'll take this to the firing range real quick, give you guys a taste of the 5 attachment build. It still has everything on, I don't know why, but there you go. It's still very, very, very good. Obviously you could change the magazine if you want, but this is my 5 attachment Kilo, and this is the 8 attachment Kilo. Boom. And you can pretty much see that almost the same performance. You get a little bit more pack a punch on the Kilo here, but I mean, come on, look at this. Imagine this in 10v10 nuke time. This is the same build I used to break my kill record. Loadout number 3, we have the CR56A Max. This thing's just as good as the Kilo. I'm always rocking both of them whenever I'm not recording, if I just want to dominate some lobbies. So first attachment, monolithic suppressor, just like I had in my Kilo. You get the bullet velocity, damage range, you're off the radar. It's like, why not run this muzzle, right? Next, I have on the reinforced barrel, just stacking up that damage range and bullet velocity. Those long range gunfights, you're winning them with both these attachments on. Next, you're gonna want to do a bigger magazine. 45 is what I like to do. I've been experimenting with the 60, especially in that 10v10 nuke time mode, but again, this thing is really strong, so I think 45 should be more than enough. Attachment number 4, I like to do the quick draw grip. Again, just make my aim down sights just significantly quicker. Due to the magazine and due to the muzzle, it does slow it down quite a bit. So to kind of regain that, throw on the quick draw grip. And then my final attachment here that I like to run is recoil springs. You get both vertical and horizontal recoil control on top of recoil stabilization. So this is my 5 attachment build. I've been running the Emax without an optic recently, and it's pretty damn good, man. If you haven't ran it without an optic, recommend doing so. You could see, I mean, it works. Is just as good as probably an 8 attachment build, but I think for a 5 attachment build, this is what you're gonna wanna do for sure. So Amax, Kilo, they're both 100% meta. I love both these weapons just equal. We then have the HDR, my personal favorite sniper in Black Ops 6. Very good in Warzone, very good in multiplayer. I had a lot of fun unlocking Dark Matter and getting a nuke with it. So here are the attachments you're gonna wanna run. Starting off, throw on that barrel, man. CHF barrel. This absolute necessity in multiplayer. You get leg hit location multiplier. So that is what is gonna make this a one-shot pretty much 99% of the time. You do lose a lot of vertical and horizontal recoil control and aim down sights. Be no worries, we're gonna fix that. Next, you're gonna wanna do the fast mag at 2. In my opinion, I don't think you need an extended mag. Fast mag 1 is cool, but this is the best. 4 in your mag, that's all you really need. If you miss, you get a hit mark, whatever. You reload super fast. This is giving you aim down sight speed, which you need to gain back from having on the barrel. And then I pair that with quick draw grip, which makes this aim down sight speed even faster. Chef's kiss, it's literally perfect. It makes it super quick, so you can kind of run and gun if you want to do that. For the stock, I run heavy stock for flinch resistance, so when an enemy shoots me, my weapon just go skyrocketing in the air and I lose my gunfight. It does maintain it quite a bit, which is really, really nice. Another necessity of an attachment you're going to want to run is rapid fire, so you get the rechambering speed. Once again, if you miss a shot, you get a hit marker. You could shoot again much faster, which is between life or death, which is, I think, is super important. And then you have a few extra attachments here. Underbarrel, I like to run the vertical foregrip. I mean, you can run this. Ranger foregrip's also good because you get sprinting movement speed. Maybe I'd probably go with Ranger foregrip because at least you get some sort of mobility. I don't think it really matters in my opinion. And then for the optic, feel free to change it to whatever you want to run. My favorite one to run was the Willis 3 times. It's not too zoomed in, it's not too zoomed out. And when you're playing multiplayer, you don't want the main scope on it because I just think it's a little too zoomed in my opinion. So feel free to run whatever you would like. And then for the laser, I like to run the Sturlock laser, hip fire to ADS accuracy. So when I'm immediately zooming in, I'm gonna have a little bit extra accuracy there, which is obviously really beneficial. So there's my setup. Well, I guess I'll throw an optic on since we have an attachment. Boom, 8 attachments on our HDR. So here's what 8 attachments is like. Pretty damn good. Again, it's my favorite sniper in the game. It just feels like a true actual sniper. Really, really good. Now, if you want to run 5 attachments only, I'd recommend taking off the underbarrel, the laser, and maybe the stock, just to leave you guys with an optic if you want to run one. If you don't want to run an optic, you want to keep the default, and then obviously throw on the heavy stock, take off the Willis 3 times. And then I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what this John looks like real quick. Pretty much the exact same thing. Again, you need the barrel and you need the rapid fire or it just won't be all that good. Absolutely love the HDR. And finally, we have ourselves the Compact 92. I made a video on this. I am telling y'all, you are missing out if you're not using this exact build. Out of all these setups, try this out, play 3 games, and let me know what you guys think of it. So they ended up like slightly buffing these compact 3-round burst mods, so the recoil isn't so egregious on it. You get damage range and damage. So it's just gonna make this stronger and kill faster. So you're gonna wanna run these anyways. We do lose quite a bit of vertical and horizontal recoil control. Not as much as we previously did. Keep that in mind because we're gonna fix that. So throw this on. Next, I like to throw an optic on. I don't think the iron sights are particularly the best, especially for this 3-round burst setup we're gonna be running. So I like to run the Kepler Microflex. The muzzle, throw on monolithic suppressor. The new attachment works wonders on this build because look, you can't throw a barrel on when you have the 3-round burst mod on. And what I would normally run is reinforced, where I get bullet velocity and damage range. Well, lucky for us, monolithic gives us exactly that and more than reinforced barrel would give us. So this is a necessity. Bigger magazine 15. It's a 3-round burst. It does shoot really, really quick. So throw whatever mag you believe you're gonna need. I like the 40. I don't think I need too much of it, to be honest. I feel like I'm really accurate and I can get those one burst kills quite often. Rear grip, I like to do the ergonomic grip. I could slide to fire, aim down sight. It's just gonna be all faster, which is really, really helpful. And I like to run, I mean, what is this? Is this 5 attachments? Okay, if you're gonna do 5 attachments, do this right here. Boom, stop it right there. I'll test this out in the firing range just like this. Boom, we got this on, and dude, it is, I promise you, it's so much better in your hands. Give it a few games, and I promise you're gonna love it. I love this Compact 92. I wouldn't put it in here to BS y'all, but I do like to do some extra attachments on it just because why not? We have 2 extra ones. I like to do the balance stock here just to increase overall mobility, and then probably this target laser. You get aim walking steadiness, which is just gonna make it a little bit easier to use. We can use this in the firing range real quick with those 2 extra attachments. Where's that loadout at? Boom. And it does feel a little bit better. You get extra mobility and extra steadiness on the weapon. Dude, it reminds me of the Pharaoh from BO3, I swear. And then here's the rest of my loadout if you guys are interested in this. I am always running stim shots to regenerate my health. Blast traps are super OP. I've been running C4s recently. These are also a lot of fun, especially in the 10v10 mode. Throw them, denotate them, super great. Scrambler is my go-to field upgrade. It's like having a counter UAV on. Place this down, they don't know where you're at. In terms of perks, when I have a 5 attachment setup like I do on the C9 here, I throw on Gung Ho so I can run and reload at the same time. Just adds more fluidity to the game. Forward intel, if you just watch any of my gameplays with forward intel on, it gives you so much information on your minimap, which is on the top left-hand corner of your screen. Slipstream to get around the map quicker. This is a base perk I'm always running. And then when I don't have on Gunfighter, I like to run perk read, and then I throw on Scavenger here so I can replenish ammo not only for my primary, but also my lethals and tacticals, which is really, really OP. And then the best combat specialty in the game is Enforcer, where you get a temporary buff to not only your movement speed, but your health regen, which could definitely keep you alive a lot longer. And then here's the rest of my loadout that I use when I have on Gunfighter as my wild card. So I want to keep Enforcer. I keep Slipstream here. I take off Gung Ho and do Scavenger so I can still replenish ammo. And then my middle perk is Hunter's Instinct. So my minimap shows me where the next enemy is at after I get a kill, which is just super, super convenient. So, and then here's the Gorkova build that I've been running this whole time. I threw on Monolithic Suppressor, which has been working wonders on it. But that's gonna wrap it up today's video, man. Let me know which 5 of these loadouts you like the most that I've given you. What weapons did I miss out on that I should have included in this top 5? But that's gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I'm out. Doses.